If a fellowship sounds like an exciting opportunity for you, your next question might be, what fellowships are out there? In this video, we'll cover some of the major things that you need to think about when picking a fellowship scheme. There are loads of fellowships out there, but the first thing you need to do is to identify the schemes available to you in your research area. Often, fellowships are specific to a particular research area. So, as you can see here, there are fellowships open specifically to scientists, or to social scientists, or to researchers in the arts and humanities. Some fellowships are really niche, aimed at a very specific area in just one discipline. But on the other hand, there are a few very broad fellowship schemes which are open to almost anyone, the most popular example being the Leverhulme Trust's Early Career Fellowship Scheme, as well as some of the European Commission schemes. Once you've figured out what's available in your subject area, you need to think about your career stage too. You need to take account of the fact that most fellowships will have additional eligibility requirements based on the level of experience you have. Some are open to applicants who are just finishing their PhD or who have just completed it, while others require both a PhD and a few years of postdoctoral experience. Many schemes also have rules regarding whether you should be on a permanent contract yet. Most are aimed at those who don't have a permanent position in academia yet, but there are some exceptions. Other schemes have even more eligibility criteria based on things like mobility. In other words, they require you to move to a different institution, your nationality, so there are some fellowships aimed specifically at international researchers, where you obtained your PhD, and whether you've had previous grants and fellowships. Always check the scheme's rules and guidance to see whether you're eligible, and if in doubt, you can contact the funder themselves. My one piece of advice here, however, is to remember that just because you are eligible, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're a good fit. Read the scheme's rules and guidance, as I said before, and get a feel for what they're looking for, because you might find that you're technically eligible for a scheme, but the methods or approach you're taking aren't really what they're looking for. If in doubt, speak to colleagues and get their advice. There are plenty of ways that you can find out what fellowships are open to you. You can set up job alerts for fellowships on websites like Research Professional and jobs.ac.uk, which often do the work for you as you'll get opportunities sent straight to your inbox. Signing up to newsletters from the major funders can also be a really quick way of finding out about opportunities as soon as they're open. I would also speak to academic colleagues and research support staff because they often know about these opportunities before the call has even opened, and they can also advise you on whether you're a good fit. You can find out a lot simply by Googling your discipline too. Google your discipline plus the word fellowships, and even social media is often a good source of information. If you're still not sure, speak to the fellowships team at York and we're more than happy to help. If you found the right fellowship scheme for you, you may be starting to think about the next steps, such as submitting an application. Why not check out some of our other videos on applying for a fellowship, which can be found on the University of York Fellowships web pages.